Hey, yo, what's up? Hey, this is going to be a video response for NeoTurboManiac. He did a video, his latest questions videos, which I enjoy, actually. Very thoughtful, very passionate gamer. So I'm going to try to do a little quick video response, and forgive me if I'm going to try to remember everything that he went through in his video, but you just go check him out. Really cool dude. So anyway, first thing he said, he was talking about, he was reflecting on what made you, what was the first thing that kind of blew you away when it came to gaming? You know, kind of paraphrasing a little bit, but he was showing, on his video, he shows Ease 2, or Ease, book 1 of 2 of Ease on TurboGrafx-16, and oh yeah, the beautiful cutscenes of that were awesome. And I was really jealous of that. Anyone who had a TurboGrafx CD back in the day, you know, back in like 90 something, oh man, that was awesome. So yeah, seeing those anime cutscenes was really cool. I was really into anime back then, and that was one thing about that. It was that CD player, CD-ROM player. And one thing about that too is, even when the CD-ROM came out for the TurboGrafx or the PC Engine, it wasn't even in vogue for home PCs to really have CD-ROM systems. And CD-ROMs, that was just all the rage back then. I remember they used to call it multimedia. It was multimedia. It was a big deal if you had a CD-ROM drive in the early days of computers, desktop computers. So way ahead of its time, and yeah, that totally blow anyone away. You know, especially back in those times. It's all relative, like back in the day. But anyway, the answer to that question, I think for me, what blew me away, one of the first things that blew me away was probably playing Space Harrier in the arcade. This is the emulated version because I just want to just to illustrate my point, is scaling graphics. Like when I first saw, me and my brother too, we were just obsessed with scaling graphics, and Sega's games in the arcades were you know, they had scaling perspective, so these sprites were, you know, getting bigger as, you know, as the object is coming closer, and just have that really smooth, silky smooth scaling effect was awesome. Games like Space Harrier, Afterburner, Outrun in the arcades, those were just games that you just couldn't play at home, and we knew we were doomed to play an inferior version. That's the way it was for years and years. So that's what blew me away. I mean, I just love scaling graphics, you know. That was like one of those things I love. And just like he mentioned about Ease with the voice, it was scaling graphics to me was just like, that was the realm of the arcades. And also, was voice. And, you know, since CD-ROM, basically you could put the voice tracks on the CD, Redbook Audio, you know, is pretty much unlimited. So that was a big deal. Voice was a big deal. So that's why, like, when you played, like, you went to the arcades, or, like, if you saw, like Cyberlip.
The fruits of man's intelligence have gone out of control. Cyberlip.
And you just heard all that voice, you know, all that voice in the game was just really incredible. You know, for back then. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's just funny, and like now you don't even think about it, but back then it was a big deal. But anyway, I'm trying to think of the other questions he was talking about. Games you can one credit. Wow, or you'd like to one credit. I know you've put in a few videos one crediting Final Fight, which was pretty freaking awesome. I couldn't do that. I used to play Final Fight a lot, but yeah, I don't know. I could probably say maybe Metal Slug. I would love to one credit Metal Slug. I get to about stage 4 or so without dying. I think I get that far. I know other games I'd like to one credit. Art of Fighting 2, but that ain't ever gonna happen. Man, that game is really just kicking my ass. What else would I want to one credit? Maybe a good shooter. Maybe a shooting game like Polestar. There's another guy who's really into Neo Geo. I think his name's Glenn R. He looks like he's just really tearing up Polestar. Really good player, but I don't know. it's going to take a lot to do something like that. But games like that, and you mentioned Strider as well. I got Strider running over here, and this is just kind of impromptu video, man. I'm just kind of just getting off work and just checking out some of you guys' videos. But Strider right here, this is the Strider collection on the PS2. So this is how I play it. I think this is a really good way of just playing it. I usually play Strider every now and then. I was going to make a video just trying to one-credit Strider, like back in the day, if you guys can see it. Yeah, the part you're saying is on that one stage. The game is pretty much a breeze till you get to that one spot where with the anti-gravity, and that's the worst part. So what I recommend doing, because this game has rank, once you get to that part where you're at the anti-gravity with the spikes, and you're upside down and you got to get down into that little chamber down there, die a couple times on purpose. So you'll lower the rank, so that way those flying turrets don't come down and jack you up, make you fall up the screen. That's the only advice I can give you. And if I can do it myself, maybe I'll put a video up trying to one-credit Strider. It's been one of the things I've been wanting to do for a long time. And, shoot, I don't know if there's anything else I'm forgetting. But, what was the last thing? There's a bonus question. If I could remember the bonus question, I'll try to make it brief. No, before that, it was about being 11 years old and remembering 11 games. I don't even remember by that time. I think by that time, when I was 11, I think it was, shoot, let me date myself real quick. It was probably like 1986. So I think I would say that some of the games I was playing was all the arcades. It was like Outrun, Space Harrier, Thunderblade, Contra in the arcade. I was really hooked on Contra. Quartet, another game that me and my brother and my cousins used to play in the arcades. 4-player shooting game. That was an awesome game. Kind of like games like that. I remember home system console. I don't think the Genesis came out yet in '89. I think it was just about to come out. So, but anyway. And last thing, final question: are you better at games now than like today, as a kind of like a grown-up gamer, compared to where I was back then? Hell no. I wish I would. I mean, I was good. I think that I'm more like an all-around gamer. I can play driving games. I can play shooting games. I can play, one-on-one fighters. But I've kind of mixed up my genres, and I can't say that I'm like super good at any one genre. And definitely not today, because, man, if I had the time, it's just all about time for me. If I had time like I did, man, I'd be gaming all the time. But, it's just time's limited. And but believe me, I don't use that as an excuse. I try to get my game on whenever I can, and get together, even sometimes with my older bro, who's also a gamer, and we try to. So it never will stop. So anyway, hopefully that answers NeoTurboManiac's questions. And it was kind of too hard just to make it a comment. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and maybe you guys can respond too. So hey, appreciate it. Peace out.